The year was 1932. The United States was deep in the grip of the Great Depression. While millions struggled with poverty, the U.S. Mint quietly continued striking coins, including one that would one day become a legend in numismatics. Historical images of the Lincoln wheat penny highlight the obverse with Lincoln's portrait. The Liberty wheat penny, with its classic design by Victor D. Brenner, stood as a symbol of American resilience. The obverse showcased the ever-steady gaze of Abraham Lincoln, while the reverse carried 2 stalks of wheat, a tribute to the nation's agricultural roots. Zoom in on the date 1932 under Lincoln's profile. But what makes the 1932 wheat penny different? Only a limited number were minted that year. The Philadelphia Mint struck just a fraction of the quantities seen in prior years, and very few pristine. Examples survive today. Mint figures appear on screen. Mintage, approx. 9.5 million compared to other years. While that may sound like a large number, time, circulation, and wear have made high-grade 1932 pennies a rarity. High-grade MS-65 or higher graded coins, displayed in certified holders, coins in mint state condition, especially those graded MS-65 or above, are nearly impossible to find. Some specimens have fetched over $5,000 at auction. And error coins? Even more. A misstruck 1932 penny. Close-up on off-center error. Flipping through a coin album. Pausing on 1932. Collectors scour estate sales, old rolls, and family collections in search of this humble yet powerful piece of copper. 1932 penny. Being weighed and examined under magnification. Another reason this penny is so valued? Its copper content. In 1932, pennies were made from 95% copper metal. That's worth far more today than its face value. Footage of a coin auction with bidders raising paddles. As the 1930s progressed, the United States was deep in the grip of the Great Depression. Coins from this era, including the 1932 Liberty wheat penny, became more than just pocket change. They were tokens of survival, literally and figuratively, for the average American family. Pennies were often hoarded, reused, and saved in jars, as people braced for uncertain futures. In this context, the 1932 penny was part of a series that reflected the enduring image of Abraham Lincoln, a symbol of unity and strength. The Lincoln wheat reverse, designed by Victor D. Brenner, continued to anchor the nation's belief in progress through hardship. These coins were not only functional currency but reminders of the nation's founding values. 1932. Fewer pennies were minted compared to the earlier years of the wheat series due to economic contraction, although no official minting was recorded in Philadelphia for regular circulation that year. Rare error coins and off-metal strikes have been reported by collectors' coins, struck on foreign planchets or with unusual toning. These pieces today command astonishing value at auctions. One of the reasons why a 1932 Liberty wheat penny can be worth thousands of US dollars is due to its rarity in high grades. Most surviving specimens are heavily circulated, bearing the scars of time. A coin in mint state condition, MS-65 and above, is incredibly scarce and attracts top collectors. Prices can soar if the coin shows strong luster, sharp detail on Lincoln's portrait, and no signs of cleaning or damage. Moreover, any error varieties such as double die obverse, clipped planchet, or repunched mint marks boost its collectible status. These are eagerly sought after, especially by die-hard numismatists looking to complete their wheat penny. Set from 1909 to 1958. Collectors also value 1932 pennies for their historical continuity, since 1931 saw extremely low mintage, and 1933 produced no cents at all. The 1932 penny becomes an essential bridge in the wheat penny timeline. This gives it a special role in the heritage of American coinage. International auctions and coin expos authenticated 1932 wheat pennies have reached values exceeding $5,000 to $10,000 depending on grade, rarity, and demand. Coins certified by PCGS or NGC carry more authority and value due to professional grading. As coin collecting grows across generations, more eyes turn toward vintage.
Beloved Lincoln wheat cent series that ran from 1909 to 1958. These coins carry not only monetary value but also historical charm, as they reflect a period of post-war optimism, technological change, and shifting U.S. economic conditions. The wheat penny, officially known as the Lincoln cent, debuted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a real historical figure. Instead of symbolic imagery like Lady Liberty, the reverse design bore two simple wheat stalks, symbolizing prosperity and agriculture. 1953. The U.S. was in the early years of the Eisenhower presidency. The economy was relatively stable following the Korean War. 1950 to 1953, and coin production was strong. Pennies were still an important part of everyday transactions. Buying small candies, postage stamps, or bus fares. A right-facing bust of Abraham Lincoln, with the inscriptions in date. Two wheat stalks framing the words, 1 cent and United States of America, with E pluribus unum, Denver Mint D mint mark, high mintage but with some varieties. San Francisco Mint S mint mark, smaller production often favored by collectors for lower numbers. The coin was made from 95% copper and 5% tin and zinc, the standard bronze alloy for most wheat pennies, from 1909 to 1982, except for 1943, which was steel. Early 1950s, the U.S. Mint faced heavy demand for coins due to rapid economic growth. Dies were used extensively, sometimes resulting in weaker strikes and less sharp details on the coins. Collectors often seek 1953 pennies in sharp, uncirculated condition, because circulation wears common. 1953. The Philadelphia Mint also produced proof wheat pennies for collectors. These had mirror-like surfaces and were struck using specially prepared dies. Only 128,800 proof sets were made that year, making them more valuable. The 1953 wheat penny is a representation of America's mid-century resilience. The Lincoln design had already been in circulation for 44 years at this point, and the wheat reverse was nearing its end to be replaced by the Lincoln Memorial design in 1959. The 1950s marked the last decade for the wheat design, and collectors today value coins from this period as part of the closing chapter of a beloved coin era. The Lincoln wheat penny's design remained nearly unchanged from its debut in 1909 until 1958, making the 1953 issue part of one of the longest-running coin designs in U.S. history. 1953. Liberty wheat penny is common in lower grades. It holds an important place in American numismatic history. For collectors, finding a pristine example or a rare error can be a rewarding challenge. Its rich copper tone, historical backdrop, and connection to Abraham Lincoln's legacy